Okay, so you have to find what is the difference between 54 and 13 hundredths and 9 and 217 thousandths. So we know that the word difference means to subtract. So we're going to sit here and subtract. Okay, so we're going to put 54 first. So put 5, 4, wait, 1, 3, and then we're going to put our decimal points. We're going to make sure we line them up. And the 9's in the ones place, so I'm going to put the 9's underneath the 4 in the ones place. And I have a 2 in the tens place, a 1 in the hundreds place, and then a 7 in the thousands place. So that means I'm going to put a 0 above as a placeholder in the thousands place, so I know that I am using it correctly. Okay? Okay, so then now we're going to drop down our decimal point. So I have 0 minus 7. I know I can't do that, so that 3 is going to become a 2, and that 0 becomes a 10. So now 10 minus 7 is 3. 2 minus 1 is 1. 1 minus 2 I can't do, so that 4 becomes a 3. And that 1 becomes an 11. So now we have to do 11 minus 2, and that's 9. I'll drop that decimal point just a little bit for myself. Then I have to do 3 minus 9, which I can't do, so that 5 becomes a 4. And that 3 becomes a 13. So now 13 minus 9 is 4. And then we have 4 minus 0, which is 4. And that's subtracting. That's finding the difference. So now we have to find the product of 4 and 5 tenths and 2 and 2 tenths. So the first thing to do when finding the product is to write it, the decimal points without decimals. We just write it as a regular number. So we're going to put 4, 5, and then we're going to put 2, 2, and then we're timesing. So you do 5 times 2, 10, 10. So I put a 0 below, 1 above. 2 times 4 is 8, plus 1 is 9. Okay, now that we have that, we have our first digit done. So we put an X over it because we have another digit, which means another number, means another row. So we have to add a 0 below so we stay in line with the place value that we are in. So currently in the tens place value, so we want to stay with our first number being in the tens place value. So then 2 times 5, which is 10. So I put a 0. And then I put a 1. I'm going to move that 0 down so we can see the 9. So then we do 2 times 4 plus 1, which is 9. And now that we're done with the 2, we're done completely. So now we need to add our products together. So you get 0 plus 0 is 0. 9 plus 0 is 9. And then 9 plus there would be a 0 above is 9. So now you can sit here and ask yourself, okay, well now I gotta count how many numbers are behind the decimal point. I have a 5, which is 1 number, and a 2, which is 2 numbers. So in my circle, I'm gonna put a 2, because that tells me that if this is a whole number, the decimal point is behind it, and I have to move it 2 times. So 1 swoop, 2 swoop. So our new answer is 9 and 90 hundredths. Okay, and that's how you multiply.